I see Ryan in the faces of others. I hear him call me name, but when I turn, he's never there. At night, I feel him lying next to us in the dark, burning, heavy, like a phantom limb. Even when I am sure he's there, I know he's not. Just severed nerve endings, inflamed, screaming up to my brain, he's gone, he's gone. I met Ryan when I was 8, new to the estate and nothing to lose. He was a whirlwind, a hurricane. He pulled us in, whipped us up. We knocked about the streets together after the lights came on, when all the other kids had been called inside.
You just moved in? Where's your mum?
Probably pissed somewhere.
Like the rest of these dickheads then?
Well, where's your mum?
Don't have one.
Everyone's got one.
Not me.
Wasn't long after that I didn't have one either. I got given to Susan, a foster carer who did not want us. Why, you're too old to be loved if you're 8. She told the neighbour about the nits in me hair, about me grubby hands and knees, about being able to play me ribs like a xylophone. Oh, she crossed the line though, when she told them about me being left for days, on my own, while my mum went on a bender. Clearly after that, she wasn't to be trusted. Susan lived in a house that I would never call home, because it was on the wrong side of the road.
I tell her about the invisible boundaries.
About how his family ruled one side.
And the groves the other.
Still, I'd nick off through the underpass.
We wandered the streets together.
We always came together.
It was like an invisible cord connecting us together.
I was one of his, safe on his side.
Territory's all anyone has around here.
And he shared his with me.
When she was with Susan, she had to go back home when the lights came on.
Only because I was trying to be good, so I'd be sent back to me mum.
Contact was cut to 4 times a year.
And even then she wouldn't show up.
So she gave up.
Susan gave up too. She said she couldn't be bothered with my attitude, can you believe it? I read.
We stopped going to school.
Just stayed on the streets until we got too cold.
Or too tired.
And then we'd go back to his nana's, where there was a bunch of other kids and adults, who were really still kids themselves, who lived there, and God knows how they were all related.
We just try and keep out of their way. Except for me Uncle Darryl.
He was the same age as us, and he was a spitting image of Ryan.
He was harder than us though. Spent most of his time down the boxing club.
Already living up to his family's name.
One time, we were sat on top of the scaffolding around the new council houses.
Eating cornflakes out of sandwich bags.
And we heard these kids tormenting a little black cat that had cowered in the bushes.
They were poking it with sticks, chucking rocks and rubbish at it while it cried.
Without thinking, we just went straight away.
He got 7 shades of shit kicked out of him.
Before Darryl came.
Reminded them that the Hopes weren't to be messed with.
We took the cat.
Didn't want to.
Its mum must have abandoned it.
Like it was nout.
Its pelvis poked out from under the sagging skin.
Eaten alive by fleas, open sores, scabs.
She could have left.
She was waiting for her mum to come back.
I tried to get her to chase a feather, but she didn't move.
I cuddled and stroked her, but she didn't purr.
Why isn't it happy?
Well, why would it be?
Well, we took it in, saved it.
Why, I'm not happy. I don't think he got it. Or maybe it was me who didn't get it.
The cat was too scared to go outside, so we kept it in my room.
It slept in the corner, and when it was awake, it licked and lapped, trying to pull itself back together.
Lapped and licked.
Just trying to pull itself back together.
We'd listen to it all night, while we lay on a mattress on the floor.
The Sonic the Hedgehog bedsheets, why they faded over time, but they were a constant.
That's where we got pissed on stolen cider.
Knock off vodka.
Try whatever drugs we could get our hands on. of 14.
The cat was lapping at Ryan's leg. He kissed us.
I kissed her.
I knew what he was doing.
I had no idea what I was doing.
I was nervous.
I was nervous.
Lying on the bed,
It was fumbled, frantic.
just lying there, not moving, thinking.
Me heart
Pounding and pounding and pounding.
pounding.
And I was thinking about why the cat wasn't behaving like a cat.
I was wondering if I was doing it right and if she enjoyed it.
And, I mean, we'd taken it in. We'd saved it.
She was biting her lip.
And the cat was licking and lapping.
I was panting.
Ryan was panting.
I hit me stride.
And then all of his muscles tightened.
An electric buzz burned up through me, buddy.
And all of the pain burned up through my stomach and into my throat until I just screamed, "Get off! Get off! Get off!"
I thought that if she did it with somebody who loved her, it might be better. Help her forget what happened at her mum's.
Back then, we'd talk and talk and talk.
Map out our lives.
Dream about getting off the estate.
And getting a place that we could call home.
Place to call home.
But I am a hope. I have to live up to my family name after all.
I'd watch him leave at night, and I'd pretend I didn't know what he was doing, which I did.
She started pulling pints down the club. Served too young to look so old men. I mean, they had to sell the cheaper stuff to try and make a living.
We saved for months, and we nearly had enough to leave and head up north. But then
Darryl was killed.
Darryl was killed.
Sold to the wrong person.
Crossed one of them invisible boundaries.
On Grove territory.
And Ryan took it hard. He started going harder on the drugs.
I was gunning for revenge, me.
And he stopped caring about anything else, including me. One night, him and his mate were chatting in the bedroom while I was trying to get to sleep on the mattress. He offered up my body for 20 quid. His mate came over to the mattress and I let him yank up Ryan's t-shirt, which I wore for bed, while I looked Ryan in the eyes to see how far he'd actually let it go. I screamed. I got myself up. How could you?
Well, you fucking damaged goods, yeah, man. Like, what's one more?
Why? Why would
Look,
you?
if I'd spent less time with you and more with Darryl, he'd still be here.
You know what? I'm not surprised your mum left you. You are a fucking scumbag. We knew how to destroy each other. I ran until my lungs puffed out at the subway where Darryl's name was surrounded by piss-poor tributes.
Tributes that meant nothing to a body that was stabbed.
Spat on.
And because he was on the wrong side of the road.
And I think of him.
I think of him.
And sometimes I am so angry that he died.
Sometimes I'm jealous.
Ryan found us that night.
Sat in the underpass out the rain.
It was more than I expected. Briefly, he was who he used to be.
I pitched her a plan.
That I half believed.
To get us out.
Like we'd planned a million times before. It was common knowledge that the Groves had just done over the corner shop.
I climbed onto the roof and went in through an upstairs window.
And I stayed outside keeping lookout.
It wasn't the revenge I wanted, but we just needed enough cash to get us out.
And then I saw the Groves brothers at the end of the street.
I rifled through all the things.
And I lifted my hands up to my mouth to holler, to warn him like we'd planned. But I didn't. Why, I thought about a quiet life, didn't I? A home with a proper bed, food in the cupboard, my own space. Someone predictable, reliable. Me knocks at the door, bailiffs, probation officers, social workers, police.
I came through the front door with a bag full of cash and stolen tabs.
He flashed us that smile.
And I clocked the Grove brothers.
And I turned away.
She turned away.
And I walked down the street.
As the lads who killed Darryl ran towards us.
And I turned back after a dozen paces.
The fight started.
He had a knife.
There were two of them, but only one of me.
I sat on the bus. Went out but a cat that never purred. And I wondered if I was actually the first person to leave this estate without being in cuffs or a coffin. Ryan left in cuffs. Got 3 years.
3 years.
Papers said he was working alone.
I didn't drop her in it.
And my mind races over a million reasons why. Well, I'm stuck somewhere between him giving us permission to leave without him and him imagining us sitting there on the mattress waiting for him to come home.
Time to go home.
But now, I work in a chippy, far enough north, and I serve sausage and chips to 2 young to look so old folk who plot their own escape but return every day. I live in a house that I'll never really call home, with a man who taught us to read and write at adult night classes. He hates his job and, well, he lashes out from time to time, but life is quiet, mostly. I don't fear knocks at the door. But I still see Ryan in the faces of others. I hear him call me name. When I turn, he's never there. At night, I feel him lying next to us in the dark, burning heavy like phantom limb. Even when I'm sure he's there, I know he's not. Just severed nerve endings, inflamed, screaming up in my brain. He's gone. He's gone. I met Ryan when I was 8, new to the estate and with nothing to lose.